All right, so you've just bought yourself a brand new Philips super automatic coffee and espresso machine, or you've been gifted one. And if you're anything like me, you're disappointed in how weak the coffee and how weak the espresso is. It might even be the case that you're not getting real pucks out of it like this. Maybe you're just getting sludge instead. Well, what we're gonna do in this video is talk about how you can get the best out of your Philips machine so that hopefully you don't have to return it and get a different one. By the way, this experience is going to be the same whether you have the 2300, the 3300 like this one, or the very expensive 5500, or even the older models like the 3200 or the 4300, or if you have a Gaggia or a Seiko machine, they all use the same brew group. So what is the deal here and why is the coffee weak out of this machine compared to others, for example, like Delonghi? We're going to talk about 4 points in today's video. The first one being the bean amount, or the amount of ground beans that end up as your puck. We're going to talk about the grind setting, which is also very important. I'm going to talk about even bypassing the grinder completely to stuff the brew group with as much coffee as possible. And finally, if none of that is satisfactory, what you can do instead. And before I go any further in the video, if you're liking it, please give it a like and consider subscribing. That way I know to make more videos like this one. And also, for the people out there who think I'm getting paid by Philips or paid by Delonghi, I'm not getting paid by anybody. I bought this machine with my own money and I'm trying to get the best out of it. All right, so first things first. What is the biggest problem with Philips in my opinion? The biggest problem is the brew group and how small it is. And really what the software limits this machine to doing. So if you choose, for example, espresso, and if you choose just 1 out of 3, you're going to get a very small amount of espresso. So if we remove the tank here, I've tested this numerous times. I'm just going to make sure that this is tared out. I know the maximum that I can get out of here is about 8.5 grams. But I believe it's only about 6 grams on the lowest setting, and 6 grams is only what you get out of one of these. This is an espresso pot. So, but let's just test it. I'm gonna let it grind, and then I'm gonna shut the machine off so that I can pull out the brew group and we can measure. All right, so the machine has gone ahead and ground according to time, and let's see, what did we get out of there? We got, 6.1 grams. That's simply not enough in my opinion. Now when I turn this back on, it's going to eject that out into the grounds catch tray. Then we're gonna do the highest amount and see what difference that makes. All right, let's do the same test again and just see what is the absolute maximum that we can force this machine to do. Make sure that this is empty, yes, and tear it out again. Oh, that's dirty. Let that be a reason to show you why you gotta clean out your brew group regularly. All right, so I'm gonna go for espresso again, maximum beans, go. I gotta unplug it just before it starts its sequence, otherwise I can't get this guy out of here. So let's see, what did we get that time? 8.8, that's actually the maximum I've ever seen. I've done this numerous times and I get anywhere between 7.8, 8.0. The maximum up until today was 8.5, and here we got 8.8. So I guess we got lucky, but still 8.8 grams is simply not enough because the smallest espresso that it's gonna pull is 32 grams. So 32 over 8 is a 1:4 ratio, which is not an espresso, that's actually a lungo, and it's gonna be weak. So that's point number 1. the grind amount. Always set it to 3 if you want to get at least 8 grams or so, plus or minus 0.5 grams of coffee. Point number 2 is the grind fineness. So this is, I think, where people are gonna maybe see that they get sludge instead of nice pucks. Oh, I broke it. Like these ones here. Now I got these pucks actually out of this machine and it's relatively new, just a couple of weeks old. So it does form pucks for me, but what's gonna help you there is setting up your grind to be quite fine. It comes set right around in the middle, around 6. There's 12 settings in total. And I've tried both at the top of the range at 12 to see if I got any more coffee out when measuring the brew group, and I still only got 8 grams. And I also did another measurement. I did a TDS measurement. This is a TDS meter right here, and what it does is when you put a drop of the coffee on there, it determines what are the total dissolved solids, meaning what is the strength of the coffee. And when I tested it at 12, the strength was very low. I think somewhere around 3%. Which is very low for espresso. When I tested it at setting of 2, I got somewhere between 4 and 5%, which is still low for espresso, but it's the best that this machine can offer. Let's just make an espresso and test it out and see what it looks like. So currently I got my grinder set at 2. I'm gonna get the largest bean amount, 3 beans, the smallest out, and a medium heat, and let's see what we get out. Now, one thing that I can praise about this machine is it always seems to give me right around 32 or 33 grams in the cup. So here we go. Yeah, 32.0. That's excellent. The machine is very consistent. And I do like that. Exactly 32 grams. That is perfect. We know the maximum it can make is right around 8 grams plus or minus 0.5. So that means that when I test this, what you expect to get with real espresso is, let's say, 9, 10% TDS. And what do we get here? 5.2. So far 5.2 is the highest that I've got out of this machine. It does decrease a little bit over time as the liquid cools down a little bit, but right around 5%. Now that's about half of where you're supposed to be. And that makes sense because you got 8 grams of coffee powder in and you're getting 32 out. So that is a 1-to-4 ratio. And what you normally want for espresso is a 1-to-2 ratio. So it's about half off. And for that reason, if you are used to good espresso from a normal espresso machine or from your cafe, this is going to taste weak to you. And this is the strongest one that it can make. So what is point number 3? What is the third thing you can do if you're not quite satisfied with this? Okay, let me show you. Now, thankfully, this guy has got two nice options. Number 1, there's a chute right up here, and you can toss grounds down in there. It's gonna go straight down into the brew group, and you can fit a maximum of 12 or 13 grams in there. I'm not sure I would recommend doing that all the time because you can really hear the thing is straining to push it, but we're gonna do it once and see what difference it makes. So I just kind of want to show you that you can fill this guy up here, but this part here is movable. This acts as like a funnel. So the maximum you can fit in here is really just about 12 grams, and that's what we're going to do. So I have been using this guy on 20. This is the G64 Plus. It's been working pretty good at size 20. Not 12.5, that should work too. And just for reference, 20 is not espresso fine because this does pressurize the espresso a little bit. I normally, if I'm using this on an actual espresso machine, I do it at anywhere between 9 and 12. All right, but anyhow, we got our brew group here, and what you're going to see is that that is about all that physically fits, and here is 12 grams. So if you can see that, that is the maximum. Now, you can even, just for today, just to be dorks, let's do a little bit of WDT here. And I have to be careful because otherwise it may spill over the top. Now we can put this guy in. Obviously you don't normally do it this way. You put it right through the chute, but I just want to show you what it looks like from the outside. And it is nice that you can take this in and out of the machine while it's powered on. You can't do that with a Delonghi. Now we're going to choose again espresso. I'm going to press and hold the bean selection to mean we're going to bypass the grinder and put stuff in the chute. We already put it in the brew group. Now let's see what we get out. Could you hear it struggle there? That's the brew group actually pushing it up and tamping. That's at 29 grams. Normally it stops at 32, like I said, but today Murphy's Law wants to stop a little bit earlier, but that's close enough to have a good comparison. Let's see where we're at with the TDS here. .02. So with this machine itself, if you don't bypass the chute, if you use the 3 beans, the smallest grind at 2 or so, you can get somewhere between 4 and 5% TDS when you're pulling out a single shot at around 30-32 grams. If you bypass the grinder and put 12 grams in here, you can get somewhere closer to 7% TDS, which is closer to a normal espresso. Now here's the final point, the 4th point. If you don't feel like doing this, bypassing the integrated grinder, opening up the chute, putting pre-ground coffee in there, or using a separate grinder to put 12 grams in there and really max out the space in the brew group, then I would simply recommend to get a different machine. Then don't go for Philips and go for Delonghi instead. This guy right here, this is the Magnifica Evo. Now this guy can do on its max setting 12 grams of coffee. I've measured it numerous times. With the integrated grinder, you can get up to 12 grams with this guy, which is very nice. Same thing for the Magnifica Start, by the way, which looks similar. Or if you want to get even more than 12 grams, you can get something like this. This is the Magnifica Plus. This is the cheapest machine that Delonghi makes that can do up to 15 gram pucks. So this one does it, the Eleta Explorer does it, the Dynamica Plus will do it. Anything in that range, these kind of start somewhere around $1,000 and up, they can do more coffee. And I think it's just a programming thing because they all have the same brew group. But just to let you know, this is my main recommendation for that reason, that it does the strongest coffee. It's got a really nice screen on it and all that for the cheapest price of those higher end models from Delonghi. Well, I hope that these tips have helped you a bit today with your Philips machine. I know a lot of people just love their Philips. They love how they look and everything. And so if that's the case, but if your coffee was a bit too weak, I hope that these tips helped you. Choose the largest bean amount. Choose a very fine grind. And here's one other tip. If you want more caffeine, use beans with more Robusta in them. If you get 100% Arabica coffee has less caffeine than Robusta, about half the caffeine of Robusta. So the more Robusta that you're using is the higher the caffeine, and therefore the better the caffeine hit. Or point number 3, open up the chute, put 12 grams in. Now one more tip, if you put coffee down that chute, make sure to brush it down really good because otherwise it might mold. I hope that those tips help you. And yeah, until next time, I wish you happy coffee drinking and happy espresso drinking. Bye now.